If you've got an old lawn tractor like I do, you might notice that in between times that you go to use it, the battery seems to die. And if you've determined that there's nothing wrong with your lawnmower other than that the battery seems to run out of charge in between uses, it might just be that you have an old battery. That's my issue here. Now, you could just replace the battery and that's good, but that's expensive and eventually it's just going to happen again. So it might buy you more time, or if you've just bought a new battery, what might extend the life of it is if you pick up one of these battery chargers, this one I got on Amazon, and just permanently install it inside the lawnmower so that all you've got to do is plug your lawnmower in when you're done using it, and then 2-3 weeks later, or over the end of the winter when you go to use it again, it'll be ready to go. I installed one on this machine about 3 or 4 weeks ago. It's been working out really well for me. I haven't had a dead battery since, even though usually if I went more than about a week, I'd have trouble starting the mower. It's worked out so well that my father-in-law asked me to pick him up one and install it on his nearly identical machine, which he has a nearly identical problem with. So I'll get into it and I'll show you how to do it, but let me just first show you which one you need. It doesn't have to be this brand or anything, but you want to make sure that it has a regular style plug on one end, the box in the middle, and then the wires that are like this. What you don't want is the one where instead of having a plug like this, it has one of those fat box looking ones like you sometimes get with a cell phone or something like that. You want the one that handles all of that in one compartment, because this is going to be located inside the machine. This plug here is going to stick out on one side or the other, and you don't want a big box like that dangling around, because it'll eventually break off. But one of these wires is going to last a really long time. It's going to be really convenient. It's going to solve your problem for you. So let me show you how to do it. So you can see I've already installed it here, and I don't know if you can see this flashing green or yellow light as it is. That's telling us that this battery is fully charged. So you can see that I've attached the box of the unit to the back of the engine compartment wall. Just clean off the back first with Windex, or I used some ammonia on a paper towel, and that cleaned it off really well. And then I MIG welded it onto the back wall with some of this MIG that I have on hand. And then what you want to do is attach the leads to your battery, but instead of using the clamps that come with it, we're going to go ahead and snip those off and stick on some of these ring connectors instead. Now these ones, it's just what I have on hand, they come in different sizes, are a little bit too small to fit around the posts. So what I did is I just, this will work. For this one, I just snipped them open, and then I sort of pulled them apart just to make them a little bit wider, and then I cleaned off those terminals really nice and just stuck them on there. Just make sure you get the positive connected to the positive, negative to the negative. I think that you can handle that. Now, there's always lots of places on a mower to stick the wire through so that you'll have something to plug in. On the other side, there's an identical panel to this one, so I'll just show you here that all that I did was I snuck it through, and it simply hangs out over by the brake pedal. You don't necessarily need to see that, but it hangs at about this length. It doesn't get in my way, and as soon as I park the machine, I just plug it into an extension cord that I have sitting right where I need it. Now, the last thing that I would recommend is you want to find something in there that you can zip tie your wire to, just so that when you're yanking off the extension cord, you're not pulling the connection at the machine or the charger unit and you're not pulling it off the back wall. So just by having zip tied it onto this, this is actually the brake release mechanism, or the handbrake lock. It just holds onto it to keep any tension off of the unit itself. That's really all there is to it, and once you do that, you're going to find that your mower starts up just right, just how you want it to, right away. No disappointment, no wasted time, and you don't have to go buy a new battery and then go through the trouble of recycling the old ones, because these things take a lot of abuse. They stay out, for most folks anyway, they stay out in a cold shed all winter. They don't get used. They just don't last more than a few seasons without starting to lose performance. But with a lawnmower, you start it one time, you mow the lawn, you're done. I don't have the problem that if I am mowing the lawn, that if I shut it off and then I try to turn it on, that it won't. It's always fine right away and for several days afterwards. It's usually after I haven't run the machine for at least a week. Especially in the summertime, it lasts at least that. But before installing the charger, it would run out after a week or two, or at least be more difficult to start, and that's not good for the engine. You want it to start right away. So yeah, this is a nice fix. The chargers cost me $8 on Amazon. There's a ton of them, but just like I said, remember to get the one with the normal looking plug at the end, and good luck with yours.